So hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6 of our FC24 player career mode here on the channel. Now if you didn't watch the last episode, go back and watch that. We upped our performances, we got a win against Barrow, we drew in the Pizza Trophy and then lost 4-2 to Mansfield at the end. Disappointing result at the end, we got subbed off as well in that final game. In this episode, we are playing MK Dons, Tranmere, and then we go away to Salford on the final game of the episode. Just having a quick look at the standings and where we are in the league table. We're currently in 20th. MK Dons are in 17th. We have to go a little bit further up to see Salford in P14 and then Tranmere in P9. So everybody in the sort of mid-table ranges at the start of this episode. So it'll be very interesting couple of games that we're going to have on the episode this time out. And we are in the starting 11 for this first game. It's MK Dons at home. We are going to be starting as a defensive midfielder. Ironside and Miller, we're enjoying watching them play at the moment. So let's see if we can have a positive start in episode 6.
Well, there's no getting away from it. This is the man so many people have been focusing on ahead of this particular game. Well, every player remembers his first professional start. Memories for you, Stuart.
Well, Derek, it was a long time ago, but I can still remember it so clearly. Hopefully, he has a good game today, enjoys the moment, and has an excellent career.
Going to go for the avoid a loss in terms of the objective to start off today. I think we should be able to do that, but hopefully we can start off with a solid performance against MK Dons. We've pushed very high there, straight away, Doncaster. Pressing MK Dons, Lecco into Harrison. And this is an opportunity to start off the episode. We'll get a win on the board and possibly look to leapfrog the MK Dons, who are struggling in real life as well at this moment in time. Just sacking their manager last week, I believe it was, as I'm recording this. So yeah, MK Dons not starting particularly well in real life, not doing overly well on this episode. As we go out to senior. And 3 minutes gone, still 0-0 in the early stages. MK Dons coming forward, Lecco, we do make the interception. That's a good little block from us. We didn't really get the rating boost that we wanted to get there. Sterry goes back into Anderson, back into Sterry, who we're hoping is going to come back. He's not. He's gone into Richard Wood. We're just trying to get over the ball here early in this game because we've not really touched it so far. As we play it out towards Sterry, goes back into Close, who's going to play it back into us. We know there's a pass to the left-hand side, as there always is with Senior. The beauty of it, with these wing-backs in this system, playing in the centre of midfield, as it comes into us once again, you tend to have the option out wide straight away. So even if there's nothing sort of coming forward, you do have opportunities, as it's Doncaster keeping possession around the MK Dons box. But MK Dons do manage to get it away, and Harrison knocks it back into Devoy. Still 0-0. And now Harrison on the edge of our box. We've got MK Dons coming forward here. Harrison's on the edge of the box. We're just trying to mark him, not give him that option. Back into Norman. Robson once again. We're still marking Harrison. It's back out to Norman. There's an opportunity to go for a tackle, which we do, and we play the little pass as well, up to a 6.5. That's good defending from us, as we get an opportunity to come away with it here. We're going to see Sterry to the right-hand side. It's another nice ball to a wing-back. We like playing that pass, but we lose it once again, and MK Dons will come forward. Jonathan Lecco, formerly of West Bromwich Albion, and Bristol City, sorry, I believe. Harvey down the right-hand side for MK Dons. It's pulled back to Lecco. Defending to be done here once again. It's into Gilbert, and it's a good save from Jones. MK Dons look dangerous, as we do have a corner to defend that's whipped in. We get a header on it. It's not the best header, but then we do get the block as well. And we are doing our defensive work today. Still 0-0 as Richard Wood plays it into Senior. We're just going to ask for it out here now. And just try and calm this down a little bit, because MK Dons so far have, you'd have to say, been the better side as we play it across to Anderson. But yeah, Mansfield winning away at Salford. We know how good Mansfield are. As Sterry dinks the ball down the right-hand side to Ironside. Ironside down the right. He's got Close back on the edge of the box. Close tries to play it to us. We didn't ask for that, but it's a poor ball, and Jonathan Lecco will bring it away. Devoy again in to Gilbert. Gilbert on the edge of the box. We're going to go and try and face him up as he plays it back in to Devoy. We can see Harrison on the edge of the box. We're trying to defend as well. We go and try and square up Devoy. We do win the ball once again. As we come to half-time, that has not been a dictating performance in the middle. We haven't been dictating play, but what we have done is been exceptional in our defensive work. And as we come off at half-time, we're on a 7.3 rating. We've regained the possession twice, it says. I think we've done a little bit more than that. And we are drawing 0-0 all on the second half. So second half kicks off as the sun starts to go down in Doncaster. We play out to the right-hand side. We need to be better in this half. It's got to be said that first half from us was pretty poor. as Ironside can just knock this back to us if he chooses to. We spray it out to the left-hand side. We weren't an attacking threat in that first half at all. As Westbrook goes into Senior. Senior plays a little back heel into Miller. Miller just about keeps hold of it. We just knock it right to Westbrook, and Close may go back to us. Westbrook certainly does. We've got a pass to the left-hand side, which we choose to use in Senior. Senior down the left. We're just going to hold off on the edge of the box. It's into Close. Close possibly could have got that to us. Chose not to. Now Senior. We're in a nice bit of space on the edge of the box. We're going to ask for this. West strikes it, and it's a decent save from the keeper. Once again, not the best strike from us on the edge of the box. That is an area of the game that we are definitely trying to improve. But on 51 minutes, it's a brighter start for Donny in the second half. Win the ball again in the midfield. Close. We have got options to go forward here. Ironside is one of those options. We try to make a little run through. We do manage to hold it up, but it's crowded out. We spray it to the left-hand side into Senior. Senior plays it into Miller. Miller's going to strike it. It's going to be a corner. But my God, we've been a defensive stalwart so far today. And now we are at the back stick for this corner. It's whipped in long. It's not going to come to us. It's going to be headed away well by Norman Aluwu. We'll have that back from Sterry. We're going to try and get a ball into the box if we can. We've seen a cross, and O'Hara does manage to get it away, but we do win it back straight away. Straight back into Miller. Miller into Westbrook. Back to Miller again. Is he going to go back to us? He chooses not to. It's a free kick on the edge of the box. Should we choose to use it? But we don't. It's back to Close again, and Close does lose possession, and MK Dons will bring it clear, but more positive in this second half. MK Dons forward again, Payne down our left-hand side. It's back into Harrison. Harrison, edge of the box. Devoy, Gilbert, Lecco. Good save from Jones. I thought he might have been offside there, Lecco. And that looks like it's going to be his last action of the half. Mo Isa comes on as Payne gets it down our right-hand side. MK Dons look to work this well. It's back into Payne. Senior's there squaring him up. And that's going to be another corner. It's pressure coming from the MK Dons. I think they'll choose to go short again. They do. Norman now into Payne once again. We're trying to defend here well, and Ironside plays it to Westbrook, and we've seen an opportunity to break here, and we are going down the line. Senior doesn't quite get it to us. Miller will. We're looking for a pass, and we try to make a little dink over the top. Doesn't quite work as Senior picks up possession. Westbrook back to Miller. We're behind him if he chooses to use us. He's got a pass out to the right-hand side. Chooses not to use it. And it's back in possession for MK Dons. MK Dons down our left-hand side again. Harrison plays a little back heel into Norman. There's defending to be done here, as Westbrook does the defending very well. If Wood can play down this side, which he does, Westbrook's here as well. We take over possession. Looking for a couple of passes. We can see Sterry to the right-hand side. It's a little bit behind him, to be fair. But he's going to go back into us, which we didn't ask for. But we do win the ball back, and I've got to say this has been, as far as tackling and making interceptions and block scores and breaking up play, this has been our best performance of the season. Miller down the left-hand side into Senior. Could we snatch this late here? Senior down the left-hand side. We've totted into a little bit of space at the edge of the box. It's a bad ball back down the side. Senior's going to keep it in. It's still into Westbrook. We've gone short to see if we could get an option. We're going to give it back into Miller, who may give it back to Close. It was sort of between both of us, and we don't manage to make any headway into this MK Dons defence, who come away again through Gilbert. Could this be the last attack for Doncaster Rovers? Close plays it into us. We're looking for a pass. We give it out to Maxwell. Maxwell has it down this left-hand side. We're behind him should he choose to use us, which he does. We're going to go back into Westbrook. Westbrook into Close. Close into Ironside, and Ironside scores. 91 minutes on the clock. Joe Ironside, in a game in which Doncaster have not deserved to win, Joe Ironside gets the goal for Doncaster Rovers. We were involved once again. A couple of calm little passes in the midfield, but Joe Ironside take a bow, son, as the sun goes down in Doncaster. It was a decent pass. I think it was from Close. He takes a good touch on his left foot, strikes it past the MK Dons goalkeeper. That's going to be his last action of the game. But all we've got to do now is defend for this last minute as MK Dons play it back. They've got to go for broke here. Stewart on the halfway line goes back into Harrison. And this referee should be about all she wrote, and it is indeed. Doncaster 1, MK Dons 0. It's a good start to the episode from us. Defensively there, I thought we were absolutely outstanding. As we can see, Richard Wood and a couple of the centre-halves coming up to us as well, including Westbrook. That was a solid defensive performance from us, which you would expect, especially being the sort of physique and size that we are. But an 8.4 rating. We played 28 passes, 93% pass accuracy, and 4 tackles, which was the big one in that game. So next up, it's Tranmere.
Hey, amigo, muy bien, eh? Now that's what I'm talking about. And now they want to talk to you.
Pat on the back there from Richard Wood, and we've got our first interview alongside the gaffer, who's got to be not probably the most delighted with that performance. We do pick up the man of the match as well, but yeah, getting interviewed now. The journey to a fan favourite and the journey to stardom looks like it's starting as we're starting to get our face pushed in front of the cameras that little bit more. So a couple of changes from the last game. We can see Biggins has come in to the midfield. We've kept his position. Jones has got to keep his number 1 shirt at this minute in time. And we have got another personality trait. So this is going to be an interesting one. Let's have a little look. We've got power header. We could do like a long striking one. Slide tackle. Grants the ability to stop the ball directly at the feet. What else we got? Interception. Increases reach and improves chances of retaining possession. Right, I think we're going to go for the interception. So we've got a passing one and a defending one now in terms of his personality trait. So they'll both come in very handy in our position. But Tranmere at home, we started off with a 1-0 win. If not, it wasn't emphatic, but we got the win nonetheless. And let's hope we can continue that now. Morale seems pretty high after that last performance. Wait, last one out. Manager, who does look very much like Chris Wilder. We're going to go for the recover the ball because we were so good at it in the last game. But once again, it's back-to-back home games here at the Keep Moat. Can we make it 2 wins from 2 in this episode against Tranmere? Coming forward straight away, though. Tranmere on the attack. Hawks running at our back 4. He's going to play, I'd imagine, back into the centre and walk away. Once again, trying to cover. And we do get a good foot in. I tell you, Summer, we are turning into one hell of a defensive midfielder here. Probably not the quarterback which we were hoping this was going to be early on in this season, but we're getting the defensive work right as we see the Tranmere player wanting to be particularly aggressive there. But Senior goes into Biggins, who's going to go into Miller. He's got an option down the left-hand side with Senior. I'm impressed with our wing-backs, it must be said, and our front two, as Miller gives that away to Davis, and Tranmere will play it back to their keeper. That is an unbelievable ball to give us. We get dispossessed just on the edge of his own box. It goes into Hawks. It's a good stop from Anderson. Walker down this side. We're trying to mark the options off. Sterry clears it. It was a crazy ball into us. We didn't ask for it. We tried to retain possession, should I say, as Tranmere come forward once again. It's a ball through the middle. We tried to get a block on it. Richard Wood gets the header. And it's all Tranmere at this moment now. We've had sort of 10-15 minutes of sparring. And Tranmere just starting to turn the screw a little bit as Sterry goes back into Jones, who heads it into Richard Wood, goes into us, and we play a simple pass to the left-hand side and Senior. But my word, that was a worrying couple of moments for Doncaster as Aluwu goes back into Senior. 20 minutes on the clock, still just about 0-0. Close. Into Miller, tries to play it back to Ironside. Turnbull turns it over. This has been the type of game that it has been so far. Very scrappy. Nobody really dominating the ball. You can see at the top right-hand side, 5.8 is the rating that we're on at this moment in time. We've struggled, really, to get into the game as it's whipped into the box. Wood will pick that up. Ironside will get that. He'll play it out to us. We're going to get chucked into a 50-50, which we do win. It's a great tackle, and now we are going down the left-hand side. We're looking. Have we got any options? We do get muscled off it. We're going to keep the pressure on the umpire. We're going to try and not foul him, which we're still not managing to do. And he does manage to play out of it, Pike. We tried to get down that right-hand side, but comes to nothing. But decent tackle, but that was more born out of frustration, I would suggest, than anything else. And that is half-time. Another poor performance. We've not really got hold of the game. Us especially in the midfield haven't. We've not been at its best in the midfield for Doncaster this afternoon so far. We've managed to get the enhanced target of recovering the ball, but match rating, we are severely at risk from being subbed out unless we improve early in this second half. And second half kicks off. We are going to try and get on the ball a little bit more in this second half. We've not really had too much of a say in this game. We've been defending again, which we seem to be doing a lot more in this episode in particular. But if it's picking up results, we don't mind that. It's all about the team at the end of the day, isn't it? And if we can propel Doncaster up the league a little bit, we don't mind negating our performances, but we get the sense where we're playing in this midfield is very much our performances are central to if the team is playing well. It is the engine room after all, but we can see here, Tranmere coming forward, we're sprinting back, trying to get back on the ball. Apter plays it across. It's a poor cross from the Tranmere man, goes out of play, 50 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. Coming forward again at Tranmere, Wood into Dennis. There's Richard Wood and us trying to get involved there. Sterry does particularly well. Plays a nice ball into Ironside. We're looking for a pass down the left, of which there is Senior. Plays a nice ball, knocks it down the line for Miller to chase. Is Miller going to get there? Davis certainly does. He's keeping the pressure on, is Miller. Is he going to manage to win this? It's Biggins, actually, who does manage to get a touch on the ball. But it is a Tranmere throw-in very deep in there off. They play it back to Davis. It's pressure on once again. But they managed to play out quite comfortably. 65 minutes. We need to get this rating improved. Otherwise, we might end up being subbed off. We do give away a free kick on the edge of the box. And it is a goal for Tranmere, and that is as disappointing as you could get. It's not headed away well, and then it falls to their player. He just dinks it. It's headed away by Anderson. It falls well. Aluwu tries to get on it. Keeper, I'm a little bit disappointed with. As it falls to him, I mean, he hits it. He goes through both our defenders. Keeper doesn't cover himself in glory. And it's Doncaster 0, Tranmere 1. And that was our free kick that we gave away that led to that. Here they come again. Tranmere once again. Aluwu manages to make the block this time. It goes into Richard Wood. Now close. Ironside tries to hold on to it, but Turnbull gets a decent tackle in. It's a foul, but we will have a free kick on 75 minutes. He doesn't choose to take us off, which is nice. I'm hoping we're going to try and go short here, which we do. Anderson goes into us. We take a touch, play it down the right-hand side to Sterry. This could be the option. Close, down the right-hand side. In to Molyneux. Molyneux into Miller. Miller, we know, can strike it. He falls back to Molyneux. Goes back to Joe Ironside. It's another good block from the Tranmere defenders. And as we were coming forward, then I thought we were going to manage to get the equaliser. As Hawks go back, it goes back into Wood. And once again, Tranmere do manage to take the sting out of this Doncaster attack. We can see Wood again, Hawks. In to Dennis. Dennis has a nice run forward here. We've got Merry again. Hawks, edge of the box, back heel. Back into Merry. Hawks skips past us. Jones makes a save. And Anderson will recover the ball. 9 minutes to go. We're at risk of subbing out. And we need a goal. Here we go. Miller wins it. We were using the press there. Ironside into Biggins. We're back into his midfield slot now. Biggins takes it to this left-hand side. Goes back into Maxwell. Maxwell plays the ball across. Turnbull will win it. And we try to pick up the midfield ball. We do get a touch on it, but Dennis does handball it, I believe. But that's going to be the end of our afternoon. We're taken off for fault now on a 6.6 rating, 17 passes, and only a passing accuracy of 75%. We are going to watch the rest of the game just in case there is any late drama here. There's 3 minutes on the clock plus added time. It's a set piece. Close, knocks it into Molyneux, and Dennis will recover it. And they come forward again here, Tranmere. There's options in the box. Richard Wood does well, to be fair. It goes into Faulkner. Plays it into Miller. There's a pass to the right-hand side. Chooses not to use him. Close might use him now. Into Molyneux. Last chance saloon this for Doncaster Rovers. 91 minutes on the clock. We need a goal, and Molyneux takes a big touch, trying to work some space down the right-hand side. It's Wood who clears it. And is that going to be enough for Tranmere as Dennis brings it down? I think that is going to be enough. And it's going to be, it certainly is, Tranmere. Is that going to be enough? It is. Tranmere have got the win. It's a 1-0 win away at the Keepmoor for Tranmere Rovers. We did start once again, but very, very disappointing for us. So let's try and end it on a high now as we go away to Gary Neville's Salford.
Top players on a fitting stage. That's what we're talking about. A match of colossal importance and one that has captured the imagination of anyone with an interest in this great game of football.
Wood certainly looks up for this one. We are going to say we're going to recover the ball because, like I said, we've been doing a lot of that, but we're away at Salford. They are above us in the table. This could be a tough afternoon here in the Greater Manchester area, but we're hoping that we can make a positive impact. We didn't have the best game last time out. We're only just in the starting 11 by a smidgen of manager favour, so important that we put in a good performance to ensure that we are starting in the next episode. But Ashley has it on the edge of the box. Salford in straight away. McLennan gets a good strike away. And we will clear through Anderson after a good save from Jones, who returns his place after a difficult last game as well. We play it out to Maxwell on the left-hand side, who's back in from the start. And we're going to try and be positive with us passing as Ironside plays a beautiful ball down to Maxwell, but it is offside. 5 minutes gone, 0-0 here at Salford. Salford once again, possession down the left-hand side. 7 minutes gone, it's out to Hendry on the edge of the box. Hendry strikes it. Jones makes a good save. We didn't quite get to him quick enough. Jones pulling off a couple of decent saves early doors here. We've got a bit of defending to do as Salford do take it short. They do like a short corner. These AI, it's into Ashley. What on the edge of the box in to Mariappa. It's blocked and it's cleared away well by Close as it looked to bounce favourably to Ingram. Plays a lovely ball back into the centre and tilts at the back. Now has it forward to Ashley. Once again, we're trying to shield this back for Milan. Plays it down our left-hand side. Jones makes another good save. It is all Salford early doors as we've got another corner to defend. I don't think we've really touched the ball yet, Doncaster. As Hendry goes in to Watt. Back into Gar, but it's another good save from Jones. Aluwu will clear. I don't know if we'll be able to get ahead on this. We won't. Tilt will get on it. Ashley brings it out and we can't get possession at the moment. It's all Salford. McElhenney driving into the midfield, looking for passes. It's into Hendry. Hendry into Milan. Anderson tries to dwell. He doesn't manage to get it. I thought he had it. It's into Ashley once again. It's a good block from Richard Wood. It's rearguard action here. Early doors for Doncaster. It's another throw-in and Salford want to get on with it quickly. McElhenney goes into Milan. Edge of the box. Once again, back into Bolton. This time we do manage to get a block, but it bounces back to Bolton. Every second ball has gone to Salford as Anderson gets the block on. Maxwell plays it in to Miller, plays it into us, and we are just going to try and settle it down, but we give the ball away once again. Milan now into Aluwu, plays it back into us. And we take the risk-averse option of playing it into the centre half. And let's start again. Salford once again. McElhenney in to Milan. Back into Hendry. We get a touch on it, as does Anderson. Richard Wood plays it back to Jones. Jones is going to take his time with this. Launches it long upfield. And Ironside does knock it down well to us. And this time we do complete the pass to the right-hand side into Close, who gives it us back. We're looking for options, left and right. We can see a pass down the left-hand side, but it's not a good one. We should just about win that back, though. We do with the help of Biggins, who plays it into Close. We've made a nice little run through the middle. It's back out to Maxwell on this left-hand side. Back into Close. Back into Miller. Oh, and Close as well. And it's a decent bit of attacking play from us. 26 minutes. It's the first foray we've really had into the Salford area. But Salford do bring it away. Still 0-0. We did win the ball back well. Miller goes into us with a pass into Ironside. And that's a great tackle from... I thought it was a great tackle from Mariappa. Apparently not. The referee is going to have a word. But it's just a warning for him as we will go short with Close from this into Aluwu. Aluwu will play it into us. We're going to take... Oh, we try a clever little reverse pass inside. Doesn't quite come off. And Salford will come away with it. Salford do have another corner. 33 minutes on the clock. It goes short once again. Ashley now, edge of the box. Back into Mallon. Back into Ashley. We get a block on it. Biggins will have it down this left-hand side. Now we'll get hold of it. We're looking for a pass once again. There isn't really a pass on. And we're just going to go back into Richard Wood as we drop back into his position. Goes back into Miller. Miller may choose to play this back to us, which he does. We should have Sterry and Anderson to his right-hand side, which we do. It's back into us. This is a nice spell of possession for us. Sterry. We make a nice run. Ironside has it now. It's into... Tried to be into Biggins. And Mallon once again wins it as Salford come forward. We try to get the press. It's back into McElhenney, who skips past Anderson. This could be danger. We're running out of steam a little bit here as it comes back to Ashley on the edge of the box. Now back into Mallon. Back into Hendry. Richard Wood gets a good block on it, and Jones will just pick that up beautifully. 40 minutes gone. Salford pushing for an opener at the end of this half. It's Mallon this time. It's another good save by Jones. And it will be another corner to Salford City. We've got more defending to do. It's short again. They play it into Watts. Ashley. Back into Mallon. Back into Ashley. We're now closing him down, and we do win the ball well there, to be fair to us. That's a good bit of play from us. We're now looking for a pass. There doesn't appear to be one on once again. It's back into Maxwell, who may go back into us here. He does, and we're just going to spray this to the right-hand side. And that will conclude the first half proceedings. 0-0 again, backs to the wall. But we are doing a job defensively. Second half kicks off. But can we make more of a positive impact in this second half? It must be said, we've done a lot of defending so far this episode. It's served us rather well. I felt we were a little bit unlucky against Tranmere as Bolton makes a good tackle on us. But Richard Wood sorts it out. Richard Wood is playing very, very well, by the way. Anderson goes out to close. Now into Sterry. We just need one breakaway, one chance, maybe a set piece. As Ironside goes back into close, there's options here. Miller's in the box. It's across the back stick to Biggins, and Biggins gets the header. What a header from Biggins. And it's 1-0 to Doncaster, and that, again, could be argued looking like a bit of a snatch and grab. Let's have a look at this. It was close to him very well. Crosses it into the back stick. Biggins gets above his marker. Keeper possibly could do a little bit better. Doesn't get there first, but it's Salford City 0, Doncaster Rovers 1. Coming forward again now, Salford though. Ashley back into Watts. We're back defending once again. Watt again. Edge of the box, trying to make an impact down this left-hand side. That's a good tackle from Richard Wood, but he loses it straight away. Mallon back to Ashley. Strikes it. Good save from Jones. Jones has had to be alert today. It's still Salford 0. But I think this second half is going to take much of this pattern. It is going to be Doncaster Rovers defending. I'm amazed these guys have not wanted to chuck one into the box a little bit more than they have, as Aluwu does very well. Tilt nods it down to Mariappa. Both centre-halves forward for Salford at this moment. Bolton on the edge of the box. Plays it out to McElhenney. Sterry's going to close him down, and Sterry does exceptionally well. He's got close inside, as he's got us. We're going to take control of that situation. Play it back out to Sterry, and we can work down this right-hand side. In to close. Goes back to us. There's a ping of a pass to the left, and this time we do complete it as it goes to Maxwell. Back into Biggins. Tries to take a touch inside, but Ashley gets it past us. It's a nice little dummy, to be fair, from Mallon, who's looked very dangerous so far. McElhenney now down our right-hand side. We're back in his position once again as Anderson goes for the to close him down. Back into Luke Garbett. Takes a heavy touch, and Close will make a superb tackle as we're just going to take a step inside, then play it to the left-hand side of Maxwell. The idea now, we don't need to be gung-ho. We've got to be good in possession as Maxwell takes it forward. We didn't ask for that. He chose to try and use us. He's going to have to try and rectify that situation. Ashley now edge of the box. Plays the ball over the top to McElhenney. And Jones gets a touch over the top. That's going to be McElhenney's last effort of the afternoon as it's whipped in. Headed away well by Aluwu. We're not going to get dragged out. We can already see a couple of players going for that. One of which is Joe Ironside. And then Maxwell will tidy things up. But Salford will win it back. Salford again, edge of the box. I feel like every highlight at the moment starts with this. Ashley back into Hendry. It's a good save once again from Jones. And Anderson will play it across the box calmly to Maxwell, who takes a bit of a loose touch. Plays it into Biggins. We don't particularly want to be involved in this bit. Biggins can run it down the left-hand side. Now Maxwell takes a touch inside but gives it away once again. It's into Mallon. Tries to play it down the left and does play it down the left to Bolton. defending to be done once again. We're covering off in the middle here. We've got, I think it's Milan that we're marking. As we can see him coming in, we make a tackle. I thought that was a fair tackle. And we give away a penalty. Let's have a little look at this one. I think that's a perfect tackle. I think that is a perfect tackle in the box. The manager's not particularly happy. I don't think we're going to be able to watch an instant replay, but yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments. Are you giving that as a penalty? I'm certainly not. But Salford City equalise. We get our first booking, and that is so disappointing. I thought we had to make the tackle, and somehow we've given a penalty away. But Hendry strikes it, top right-hand corner. Keeper goes the wrong way. Doncaster 1, Salford 1. Salford coming forward again down this right-hand side. They've got two players in the middle, one of which is Hendry. And it's 2-1 to Salford. And they've turned it around. And Doncaster Rovers, it all changed on that penalty decision. And that is a big moment in possibly this first part of the season for Doncaster Rovers. We have a little look at the replay. We were trying to cover on the right-hand side. It's a little bit open. He plays it through to Hendry. Wood can't get there. It's low past the goalkeeper. Salford 2, Doncaster 1. Corner to Salford. Can we get one last chance in this game? As Salford play it. It's into Watt. Biggins gets a touch. And it's in again. Watt makes a fantastic. It's a fantastic effort from Watt. Sorry, you can probably hear the dejection in my voice because I think that penalty has just knocked the stuffing out. And as we can see, the celebrations from the Salford players and fans. Goalkeeper loving it, and it just feels a little bit unjust. Yes, we've not reacted very well after the initial penalty. But let's have a little look at this one. It's a corner again. It's Watt. It bounces off Biggins. He doesn't do well enough. And again, goalkeeper possibly at fault. But it's a decent goal from Watt, to be fair to him. And that is going to be the end of our afternoon. Salford 3, Doncaster 1. It's going to be a 6.5 rating with 85 minutes played. 17 passes complete. 17 passes with 80% completed. But yeah, not a good afternoon at all for us. But as always, we will watch the rest of the match, see if we can get another goal. But yeah, it looks done and dusted for Salford. And that will do it. Salford, nothing too much to report in them closing 5 minutes. But Salford get the victory. And it's a disappointing end to the episode. We'll have a look at the final table. Yeah, and see what the spreadsheet's looking like as well. So, spreadsheet-wise, we did start off very strongly against MK Dons. Probably the best defensive performance of our career so far. We got the 1-0 win. An 8.4 rating and man of the match, and then it drifted off against Tranmere and Salford, as you can see. Less passes completed. Not looking particularly good at all. Standings-wise, we'll have a little look at the table. We're remaining 20th. We started 20th. We finished 20th in this episode this afternoon. 2 points away from Swindon, but we are 3 points away from the relegation zone, so there's not too much to be looking too positive about. If we have a look at the player agent screen, we're just going to have a little look if we've had any more recommendations, which we have. So we've got a club in Turkey and Poland. Let's have a look at the third club who's interested in us. And it's FC Blau-Weiß Linz. So they're in the Bundesliga, are they? Are they in the? I'm assuming they're in the second Bundesliga, but I may be wrong. Risk averse and very disciplined defensively. Waste no time springing pacey counter attacks. So we could actually, as things stand, sign for those at the end of the season. So it's another team that's interested in us. They are probably the lower reputation team of the three, which we would be signing for. But it's something to consider as we're only early in our career, and already we've got a couple of moves abroad that we can be looking at. Next up, we have got Accrington Stanley, who were there exactly at home in the first game of the next episode. Then we've got the EFL Trophy against Barrow, followed by Colchester United away. One thing to note as well is that on the left-hand side at the top, we will be starting as a sub in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's the second full week of episodes on this new FC24 player career mode. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the series and the videos do well. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a great weekend.